Amen. Amen.
A quick Tartar before Meir.
I just want to say some things and welcome back. Great scholar of Michal Morris, consolation on his mother's passing. She has an aliyah, all of the Jewish people, a yeshia, which means the deliverance we all needed today, especially in Israel.
Torah is the memory of Rus Bas Aliza. I think that's right.
Yes, that's correct.
So this week's parsha we read about a woman giving birth. Your mother gave birth to you, and it says after she gives birth, she had to bring two turtle doves or two young doves, one for an olah offering, one for a chatas offering. So the Torah first says the olah, then the chatas. Rashi says, although the olah is mentioned first in the pasuk before the chatas, and he quotes the Gemara that actually the chatas was offered first before the olah. Why would the Torah say the olah first and then the chatas if really you have to bring the chatas first and then the olah? The Gemara answers, Lemikra hikdima kasa. The olah precedes the chatas only in regard to its reading. So the commentaries offer different explanations what this means. What does it mean that the reading is first? Chazal explained the reason a woman brings these sacrifices after giving birth is because in the throes of her labor pains she may have made an oath never to have children again. Although such an oath has no legal validity, it's the will of Hashem that she be completely free of any trace of obligation for this oath. So she brings these sacrifices to atone for improper thoughts that found expression in such an oath. So it's improper thoughts. So based upon this, the Pardes Yosef explains, since the primary reason for bringing these offerings is improper thoughts that she had, the olah, which is for sinful thoughts, is written first in the verse. In addition, although in the actual processing of the offerings, the standard order of bringing the chatas first is maintained, there is a time when oila is indeed accorded primacy. And that is now when there's no Beis HaMikdash. This occurs when there's no Beis HaMikdash, which to bring karbanos. In these times, it's still possible to achieve the merit of the sacrifice by reading the portions in the Torah. When reading these portions, Lemikra hikdima kasa. The oila is to be read first. This is the meaning of the words. Lemikra hikdima kasa. The oila takes precedence when is reciting its Torah portion. The Nachas Eliezer says something very interesting. It's an important lesson in the proper approach towards service of Hashem. If you want to improve your spiritual situation, the first step is to bring the chatas. Even though it says oila first, we actually do the chatas, to abandon those aspects of the behavior that are negative. That's the first step. The next step is doing mitzvahs and consecrating all one's actions towards Avodah Hashem. But even when working on this first stage, you don't lose track of your ultimate goal, that is totally dedicating to Hashem. So the olah, which is completely consumed on the altar, that represents the goal of dedicating your whole life completely to Hashem. So the Torah says that first. Even though in actuality you have to do the chatas first, the chatas is the offering of atonement, represents the efforts to root out the improper portions of one's behavior. The chatas is brought first. In practice, the first step in growth has to be to abandon one's evil ways. But in the reading of the Torah, the passage of olah has to be read first. That's the goal. Before embarking on this journey, you have to keep firmly in mind that conquering evil is only half the journey. Ultimately, it's the total dedication represented by olah. That is our goal. That's why the Torah says, echad the olah first, and echad the chatas. We always have to have the goal in mind of total dedication, but we have to start one step at a time, getting rid of the evil, bringing the chatas first.